Welcome to the shop. Today's video is all about landings. It's a skill set that we should be doing a lot of practice on, but yet we don't. I speak to a lot of pilots at the club and they're like, man, I wish I could land better. Well, how do you practice? Well, I don't really. Well, there you go. So this is for those who know they should practice. Here's a handful of drills that guaranteed it will help you land better if you practice these. It's going to teach you how to set up a good approach. It's going to help you with throttle management. It's going to help with landing and doing some things under pressure. Because as we know, landing is one of the, for a lot of us, it's, there's a little anxiety coming in and not wanting to destroy your plane. So let's practice that. And here are a bunch of drills that'll help you with that. If you like the video, hit the like button. Have a question or a drill that you like, leave a comment below. And frankly, if you're interested in the channel and seeing what I put out about once a week, hit the subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps me out a lot. So, thanks a lot. Gotta practice landings. If you don't, you're never gonna get good at them. Trying to get that perfect landing is something that's fun to do. But it takes a lot of practice. All right, let me show you a handful of drills that I do just to perfect my landing, and I think it might help you out to be able to do it. What I do on this drill is slow down, make my approach, but just go right over the runway. Don't land, but just stay lined up on the runway, all the way down the runway, right down the middle. And then do it again.
Landing flaps.
A little bit more flat, just because. Again, nice and low, right in front, don't touch down. Work that throttle, just right down the runway. If you can consistently run down the middle of the runway, your landings will improve. But you got to practice that alignment and that approach. So you're not ending up off the runway or in the grass, ripping off the landing gear. Slow her down, make the turn. Up, a little off, a little rudder. Just take off. Nice pretty takeoff. The next drill is really a goal of doing touch and goes, but hitting it right in front of you. Or pick a spot. Draw a line on the runway and nail it. Set up for touch and go. Cutting back on throttle. So what this is going to teach me is help me to really be able to call my landings better. And throttle control. Notice how I was using throttle to change the rate of descent, which is what you do. Throttle controls rate of descent. Elevator controls the speed. Backing off throttle. Not as clean.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
Let's do another. Try to do 4 or 5 good ones and then go back to your normal flying. Let's do another. They're not perfect. That's the goal though, to get kind of that perfect landing. And it's not always going to happen, but keep practicing. Backing off throttle. A little early. All right, next thing we're going to do, land from the opposite direction you normally fly. We do this a lot. Is we all land from a certain direction because we're comfortable with it. Let's land from the opposite direction. Do the same thing. It's so easy to get comfortable only making left turns or right turns at your field. But the wind changes. So highly recommend you work on landing from the opposite direction every once in a while. It's weird. You wouldn't think it's a big deal, but it sure feels different. Sure feels different on the sticks, making that turn and doing the approach. And at our field, we've got trees in the background over there that really make it hard for me, at least, to see. That's why I like this plane, because it's got the light system. Next, let's do fun one, a little different. We're gonna do, let's do a dead stick. Now this one you got to be ready to work on that throttle if you need to. So dead stick, bringing it in, nose down, because you got to keep that speed up. And then near the end, backing off throttle, or backing off elevator. That was totally dead stick. Let's do another dead stick. And I'm not using flaps because I want airspeed. And kind of challenge yourself. How far can you be out? Okay, I just chopped throttle. Making my turn, keeping my nose down, keeping the airspeed up. Keeping airspeed up. Now I start flaring. There you go. Do that a couple times. That'll get things going. All right. Another drill that is a lot of fun is we're going to touch down. We're going to do a rudder turn. This combined. Don't know why I keep saying rudder turn, but what I really mean is like stall turn or hammerhead kind of thing. A couple things, but here, watch this. I'm going to come in, get a nice clean turn, nice clean landing. I just bumped those flaps right there at the very end. All right.
Take off flaps. Flaps up.
Going to go up, kick that rudder around, full flap, cut throttle, try to bring her in. You could also do a split S or an Immelman, whatever you're comfortable with.
Flaps up. Time remaining 1 minute.
Go up, rudder turn, full flap, cut back throttle, because you got a lot of speed you're going to have. So you're trying to... a little wonky, but it's kind of fun to do. Up. Rudder turn, full flap. Bouncy, bouncy. Can't have that. One more. Up, rudder, full flap. Reduce that throttle. Try to get a nice, pretty one here. There we go. Some fun drills. Like I said in the beginning, the only way you're going to get good at landings is to practice. And if all you do is one takeoff and one landing per flight, you're never going to get there. Focus on
Right,
practicing.
15.